Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into the world of America's favorite game show, Wheel of Fortune. We're going to imagine what a full episode might look like in the near future, say October 2025. What kind of puzzles will they have? What amazing prizes will be on the wheel? And who will be the big winner? Stick around as we create our very own dream episode of Wheel of Fortune. Let's get this fantasy game started. Our three imaginary contestants are ready. We have Sarah, a teacher from Ohio, David, a firefighter from California, and Maria, a graphic designer from Florida. Pat and Vanna take the stage. The crowd is electric, and it's time for our first toss-up puzzle. The category is thing. Letters start popping up on the board. A, C, T, I, V, E. Lifestyle. Sarah buzzes in and gets it right, winning her the first $1,000 and the right to spin the wheel first. Sarah gives that iconic wheel a mighty spin, clicks past a bankrupt, dodges lose a turn, and lands on a juicy $2,500. She calls out the letter T. Ding, ding, ding. 3 T's appear on the board. That's an incredible $7,500 right off the bat. The category for our first main puzzle is same name. The board is a sea of blank spaces, but Sarah is on a roll. She spins again, lands on 500, and guesses R. 2 R's. She buys a vowel, the E. 5 of them pop up. The puzzle is starting to take shape. Something and something, Parker. Can you figure it out at home? Sarah's feeling confident. She decides to spin one more time instead of solving. It's a risky move. The wheel slows down and lands on the $1 million wedge. The crowd goes wild. To claim it, she has to guess a correct consonant. She calls out P. Yes. 2 P's. She picks up the wedge. Now she has a choice. Spin again or solve. She decides to solve. The puzzle is Peter and Sarah Jessica Parker. That's it. Sarah solves the puzzle, banking a huge amount of cash and securing that $1 million wedge for the bonus round. What a fantastic start. David and Maria haven't even had a chance to spin yet, but there's plenty of game left. Now it's time for our second puzzle, and this one is the prize puzzle. This is where one lucky contestant can win a fabulous trip. The category is fun and games. David, it's your turn to start us off. He gives the wheel a spin and lands on $700. Calls for an N. For ends, it's a quick $2,800. He spins again, carefully this time, and gets $600. He calls G ding. 3 G's. He's racking up the cash. He buys an I, and 5 of them appear on the board. The puzzle is almost completely filled in. Swinging in a hammock, David solves it, adding more money to his total. But what about the prize? Pat reveals he's won a trip for 2 to sunny Jamaica. An all-inclusive resort stay, valued at over $8,000. David is thrilled, and just like that, he's in the lead. We're moving right along to the mystery round. Now, this is always exciting, Maria. It's finally your chance. As she spins the wheel and lands on one of the 2 mystery wedges. She calls for an S. 2 S's are in the puzzle. Now she has a decision to make. Does she flip the wedge? On the back could be $10,000, or it could be a bankrupt. The audience is shouting, "Flip it! Flip it!" Maria takes a deep breath and decides to go for it. She flips the wedge, and it's the $10,000. Unbelievable.
The category is what are you doing?
With that $10,000 secured, she buys some vowels, an O, a U, and an A. They're all up there. She spins again, landing on $900 and calls for a B, 1B. She knows it now. She solves the puzzle, building a futuristic robot. What a great solve. Maria is now our top earner with a massive lead going into the final parts of the game. It's time for our third and final toss-up puzzle to decide who starts the next round. The category is in the kitchen. Letters fill the screen. S, T, A, I, N, L, E, S, S. Steel appliances. David buzzes in just a split second before Sarah. He gets the $2,000 and control of the wheel for our last regular puzzle of the day. The category is phrase. David starts with a spin and lands on $650. He calls L, 3 of them. He buys the vowel I. There are 2 I's. He spins again, lands on the free play, and calls for a V. It's there. Since it was free play, he gets $500 and gets to keep his turn. He spins one last time, lands on $700, and calls G. He knows it. Living a charmed life? He solves it, adding a nice chunk of change to his total. And just like that, we hear the final spin bells. Time is running out. So Pat gives the wheel one last spin for the speed-up round. He lands on $500.
So we'll add 1,000 to that, making every consonant worth $1,500.
Vowels are free. The category is person. Maria, you're in the lead, so you'll start.
She calls there are 2. Sarah calls S, 3 of them. David calls T. Yes, 1 T. Back to Maria. She calls the vowel E. It's there. Sarah calls N. Yes, 2 N's. The puzzle is becoming clear. David's turn. He looks at the board. A true inspiration. He solves it. He gets $6,000 for that solve, but it's not quite enough to catch our big winner. With her incredible mystery round solve, Maria is our champion today and is heading to the bonus round. Maria is standing next to Pat, ready for one last puzzle to win it all. She has a chance at a brand new electric SUV, more cash, or, if she gets really lucky, $1 million. She gives the small prize wheel a spin, and it lands on the $45,000 envelope. It's not bad at all. Now, for the puzzle, categories around the house. As always, she gets R, S, T, L, N, and E. A few letters pop up, but it's still looking tough. She gets to choose 3 more consonants and 1 more vowel. She goes with P, C, H, and O. A P and 2 O's appear. The puzzle now reads underscore, underscore, OP, underscore, underscore, OO, underscore. She has 10 seconds. The clock starts. Chop wood? No. Hoop scoop? No. The time is ticking down. 3, 2, 1. And the buzzer sounds oh so close. Pat reveals the answer was wool poncho. A tricky one for sure. Even though she didn't get the bonus prize, Maria is leaving with a huge pile of cash and an amazing experience. What a game. And that's our imaginary episode of Wheel of Fortune for October 2025. Congratulations to our fantasy winner, Maria. What did you think of the puzzles? Did you solve them at home? Let me know your favorite part of the show in the comments below. It's so much fun to imagine being on that stage, spinning that wheel. Thanks so much for watching and playing along with us today. If you enjoyed this little trip into Game Show Paradise, make sure to hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next video. We'll see you next time.